Coming up in this week's show, we help a family man find the perfect crossover upgrade.
We consider the best 4x4 options suited for farm work.
And we help a viewer determine whether he should replace a well-used Renault Koleos.
Hello and welcome to Buyer's Guide. We'll be tackling a fresh batch of your vehicle-related questions and queries once again. And here to help us this week are Alan Rosenmeyer from Motor Matters and Obi Mokaditua from Eagle Ford. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Good being here.
See you guys again.
Thank you for being here, gents. Okay, we're going to kick off with a question from 36-year-old Konali. He has a family of four and wants a reliable crossover upgrade from his fully paid off 2013 VW Touran. With two young kids, space and practicality, of course, matter. His budget allows for monthly installments of about 5,000 Rand, excluding insurance. He prefers to avoid Chinese brands and seeks guidance on the best options within his budget. Obi, quick question. 5,000 Rand a month. How much would that, what sort of car would that buy him?
Yeah, so
total?
In total, we're talking about 255, 260K.
Somewhere in that region.
Somewhere around there. And I narrowed it down to a urban cruiser.
Toyota Urban Cruiser.
Toyota Urban Cruiser. You can pick one up for about, with 24,000 Ks or 22 or 23, in the region of about 260. So it's around about where he wants to be. And again, it speaks to reliability. It speaks to, the space that he would need in a vehicle. So, yeah.
Alan?
Okay, I didn't look at the used car there. I was looking new, rather, and slightly smaller than what you've mentioned. But the one that really jumps out is you can get the most amazing deals right now on the Citroen C3 Aircross. And it's not a small vehicle. You can get the entry model from 230,000 Rand at the moment, whereas the retail price is 275.
And we invite this guy all the time on the show, Adam.
Well, it's not a bad car.
No, it's not a bad car. I agree with you, Alan.
What it offers value.
Yeah.
But it has a big but with it. And that is, one, future resale value, parts availability, cost of maintenance of that vehicle. Where there are other, I must say, I haven't driven that car. It's actually not a bad option. But it's just so expensive to run. And when it comes to, Stellantis in terms of parts availability and things like that, it's always a mission.
Okay, but
parts are stupidly expensive.
Right, but if he's buying new, you're getting warranty, you can get service plans, you can all those things, so he can have up to 5 years of not worrying about what you're saying.
Yeah, that is an option.
But he's got a growing family. Then I don't think that's enough space.
Yeah.
It's bigger than you think. Two others I put on here would be the Suzuki Fronx. Or Starlet Cross, which you can definitely get into for that kind of money. If not brand new, definitely a demo 1-year-old.
Yeah.
And also, just as another idea, although it is smaller, but it's a crossover, would be the new Hyundai Exter.
Yeah, the Hyundai Exter is obviously, I was going to say some, like Creta.
Yeah.
I quite like, you get the basic Creta, a 1.6 automatic. You don't go for the 1-liter turbo version. You can get the Grand Creta as well, which was the slightly bigger one.
Right.
In that sort of price bracket. It's actually, if you want something that's simple, very reliable, good parts availability, cheap to maintain, longevity.
But you're looking at probably like a 4-year-old then, if you...
Yeah, you're going to get something.
If you're looking at that, then at that price, at that number, you could look at an older Kia Sportage or Hyundai Tucson.
Yeah, it's also...
Now, there's two good options you can put in there. And if you're not worried about the age too much, and you shouldn't be, not with the Korean cars.
Range Rover Sport, you can buy a Range Rover Sport like supercharged.
And there we go.
Price. No, you can. They are great cars if you've got a big bank balance.
For fuel alone.
For fuel alone. Yeah, there are so many options. And jokes aside, you can get things like Range Rovers in that price. But if you're on a budget, you don't want to. Rather go along with sensible advice from people like Alan and Obi, and not from me and Segi. But there's a couple of...
I don't know how I got chucked into this.
I got to throw you in. He would have said Mitsubishi Pajero, that's 20 years old.
That was my next one, Mitsubishi.
You had to get it in once,
right?
right?
I had to get it in once.
Yeah.
Our next viewer, Simpson, hails from Pretoria and owns 2 paid-off vehicles and is now considering a third car. With a 250,000 Rand budget and a 60,000 Rand deposit, he's debating whether to stick to that limit or stretch to 300,000 Rand. He's also weighing new versus used options. The car will cover a daily 140-kilometer commute, so fuel efficiency, reliability, and running costs are top priorities. Alan, there's plenty in this.
There are so many, and again, I look more at new than used. So going to the 300 brings in Frank Starlet Cross, for example, which, I mean, if he's worried, 140k commute every day is quite a lot.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
That's what, 700k's a week.
It's 70 k's there and 70 k's back.
So, I mean, that's a lot of mileage, so a lot of fuel as such.
You want something that's fuel efficient.
Got to be as fuel efficient. And, I mean, that Starlet Cross Franks, you don't do better.
Yeah.
You really don't.
Or even if you...
Fuel efficient, and he's spending that amount of time in the car.
Yeah,
Should
correct.
also be a little bit comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit of the extras on the car.
Bellino?
I actually took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
Bellino and Swift.
Yeah.
You can get a 1.5 GL Bellino. It's still properly spec'd with the good warranties and so forth. And it's also...
At 300, you get automatic.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to worry about changing gears on that long commute. Yeah.
And they are very fuel efficient.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's one thing about the Suzuki vehicles, that they are
That's the point,
really looking at good efficiency. It's a great package. It's comfortable. It's got, you know, they're nicely spec cars. They're not like the Chinese cars where you've got every literally bell and whistle that pings and bongs and goes mad, and sunroofs that you don't need, and you know. So you've got to decide, do you want a car with all those features, or do you want something that gives you what you need to use on a day-to-day basis?
And he's talking about reliability and running costs.
If he does want to go spec, and all the spec in the world, the Cherry Tiggo 4-lit, for example, comes in at about 289, I think, is the current price. So if you want to go that route and you want, as you say, every bell and whistle, but it will cost you on the fuel pump, but there's a nice option as well to throw into it.
And you want to throw another Chinese brand in there, which I think people should look at a lot more, is the MGs.
MGs.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the MG, you get that basic MG.
The ZS.
The ZS. And I must say, I actually hired one in the UK when I was there last year. And I drove that thing for about 2,500 kilometers, and it ran on the smell of an ice rag. Where did I get that from? Smell of a... It was light on fuel.
Before he gets us all fired.
It was light on fuel. It's very comfortable, very spacious, and actually a really good no-nonsense package.
I drove the same
They're like
car.
289 as well.
The 289 for the basic
That's
one,
I'm
and
talking
then
about
you
the
get the
basic.
luxury, which a few more at 310.
Yeah.
So really,
So in that sort of something to look at. But again, look at, is there a dealer near you, that kind of a thing. So there's a lot in that 300,000 rand ish market.
You're watching Buyer's Guide, and if you've just joined us, welcome to this week's show. 30-year-old Sia from PE is in search of a 4x4 bakkie under 600,000 rand for farm work and occasional towing. He's undecided between double cab or single cab or club cab, and plans to pass the vehicle to his father after 5 years. Currently owning a Nissan NP200, he wants advice on the best models and engines for value and reliability. Plus, what other options are there in bakkies? Alan?
As far as I'm concerned, one stands out way beyond, and for farm use and towing and things like that, and value for money, is the Mahindra. It's not the most comfortable, we know that. It's not the most luxurious of all of them. But if you want tough as nails, that's going to last and going to go forever, and you can get into a 4x4 double cab from 450,000 rand.
Brand new.
Brand new.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
With warranty.
With that's
warranties,
brand new,
yeah.
warranties, everything included. I mean, you can go up to the top specs, fancier, with a bit more luxury, etc., at just on 600.
Now look, he's been driving an MP200. Anything is going to be luxurious.
Yeah.
Luxury. Absolute luxury. What do you think, Obi?
I must say that there was I didn't think of it, but that Mahindra is actually top notch. But then again, 4x4, I'm going with the Ford Ranger 2-litre 4x4 XL. It's tough. It will handle the towing, and it's good for the farm. And he's talking about farms, so you need a good network out there for parts and that kind of thing. With all the other brands, it becomes very tricky to find a dealer network out there in the plattelands.
I would just go with Toyota.
Yeah. I mean, I would honestly
Yeah.
say, if you want something that's going to last long, you want to give to your father,
Toyota Hilux.
you go and buy yourself the Toyota Club Cab or a double cab, whatever fits in the budget, a 2.4 diesel. It'll last a hell of a long time. Maintenance costs are cheap as chips on it.
And there's a dealer.
Because you're on the farm, unlikely that there's that theft risk that we have in the big cities. So really, really worthwhile look at the Hilux. Something to consider though is, like Alan said about the Mahindra, if you look at insurance costs in terms of if you're going to insure the vehicle, for the Mahindra opposed to the Toyota or the Ford, the insurance costs are going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Okay, the insurance costs on a Hilux, you could buy another Hilux and
Well, you could most probably buy two Mahindras.
yes, and have them standing there. Yeah.
But in terms of, Obi's quite correctly said, look at your dealer network, because we don't know where you're farming. So you could be in the middle of nowhere and there's not a dealer for miles. Or you could have the local Toyota dealer or Mahindra dealer or Ford dealer just up the road from you. So something to consider. I mean, there's so many bakkies nowadays. I mean, there's bakkies from Chinese manufacturers.
There's one other one, can I just throw in here, and I'll tell you why, is the Nissan Navara.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Which
dispute.
we know is a good bakkie, will go forever, and there are deals on Navaras at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to quote what the current prices are, because go to a Nissan dealer and you can do a deal there right now. So
Also excellent bakkie.
Yeah.
Also an excellent bakkie.
yeah, so
And then if you're looking like that, you can look at the Isuzus.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can look at the Isuzus. Those are like nearly bulletproof bakkies.
If you wanted to last the engine to last 20 years, that's where you go. That's for sure. Yeah.
You know, and then if you're going fancy like a Navara, you could also look at the Mitsubishi Triton.
Yeah.
You could also get some excellent deals there.
Yeah, so I think, Sia, you need to go along and have a look. You know, we've thrown in a whole lot. Go and see, drive them all and see what suits your application, because some have got bigger load bins than others. Some are a lot more comfortable.
Quickly.
Some are got more tech in them. So it depends on what you want.
Before you go, what about the P series? It's
There's
huge.
another option. There's so many. There's so many. Yeah.
So let's put it out there. The P series, go. But like Adam always says, bums in seats.
Yeah.
Drive with whatever you think you like, and you might just change your mind. You might just change your mind.
Yeah. Okay. So have a fun day shopping. Right. Moving on. Dumi is looking to upgrade his BMW 420i Coupe to a more practical vehicle before his wedding. Yep. He's got a budget of 2 million rand. Small one. Kia Picanto, maybe. He's debating between, he wants a BMW X5 3-litre diesel, or splitting the budget between a BMW 320 diesel and a Ford Ranger Wildtrak. And he's selling his current car. He wants advice on the best options that offer the best mix of practicality, performance, and long-term value. Well, I suppose you've got to look at this and say, do you need two cars or do you need one car? So let's go with the one car option. BMW X5 3-litre diesel, brilliant.
Yeah.
Superb car.
Yeah.
Go for it. Don't have any disputes. I would also, if you're in that sort of budget, here's a left field one. You know the new Lexus GX 550? Am I got it right?
Yeah,
That's it's based on the Prado.
it is.
Yes.
Great option if you want if you're going to keep the car for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a cool looking car. It's got all the features.
I've got
big
a
powerful
park
engine.
downstairs right now.
Have you got one?
Yeah.
Alan and I, hang on. We go for a drive. Yeah, so Alan, you tell us what's
No,
it
look,
like. I didn't even know you had it.
Yeah. 3.5 V6 engine.
Yeah.
It is heavy on fuel.
Yeah.
That I've seen
He's
already.
got 2 million for car. He doesn't care about
He doesn't
petrol.
care about that, so that's not important. It's stunning. It's plush. It's powerful. I haven't tried to take it off-road yet, but it's got all the off-road gear.
Nobody's going to steal it.
Yeah. No, never.
It's not going to get nicked.
Yeah.
Then let's go to the two option. So a 320 diesel Obi, and I'm sure you could sell him a nice Wildtrak.
Yeah, no, I mean, if he's going to go with the two cars, then, he's got the best of both worlds. I'd say 320D, phenomenal engine.
Really good car. Yeah.
Really good car. And Wildtrak, it's for a well-spec'd one with roller shutters and you're looking about 800K. So you'll still have a bit of
Loot left over.
So those two cars, the 320D and Ford Ranger, beautiful.
My question again would be to him, are you going to buy two cars because you want a car and you want to give one to your wife? Because if you want to do that, if you want to spoil the new wife and buy her like a 320D, I would say look at something like the X1 18D, which is a 2-litre diesel. They're just,
Yes.
the numbers now are stupid.
Yeah.
There's a 2-litre diesel. it's a good-looking car, lots of nice features in it. It's a bit higher on the road, and because we've got so many freaking potholes and bad roads and stuff like that, so something a little bit better if you're going to buy one for your wife. So basically, you're getting a 3 Series. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more space. So
3
something to
Series
have a
on
look at.
steroids,
Yeah.
is it?
And I like that new X1.
Yeah.
The
The new X1 looks
is-
lovely. Looks
very
very
You know,
nice.
Yeah.
it took them about 10 generations to make it look good. Because the first
Because it was
couple
ugly, eh? The first X1.
the first generation was, made a camel look pretty. Anyway,
Your point there, and that 2-liter diesel from
Yes.
BMW has to be one of their best engines. Okay. And
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
really, it's the most reliability, fuel economy. It gives everything. So whether you go 3 Series or whichever
Yeah.
BM you go, as long as you get that engine.
yeah, get something that suits the
Yeah,
application.
yeah. And a Ranger Wild Track is always great. I mean, it's-
Welcome back to Buyer's Guide. Up next, we have a question from Lynn. Now, he owns a well-maintained 2013 Renault Koleos. It's only got 110,000 kilometers on it. But he's worried about the increasing cost on parts and their availability. He's now retired, and he's deciding whether to keep the car or replace it with a newer, smaller, used model. He wants advice on which option is more financially sensible given the Koleos' age and low resale value. So one of his complaints was he spent 4,200 Rand changing the spark plugs.
That's 4 spark plugs.
That's 4 spark plugs. So this is not uncommon
No, it's
on
not
a lot
uncommon.
of modern
Yeah.
day cars because the spark plugs only need to be replaced
Every
100,000 kilometers. Now, I went and had a look and see what the spark plugs cost, and 'cause I can't talk today, and we got with what I did. I looked at my costing, what we would charge as an aftermarket workshop. Obviously, dealerships are a lot more expensive. Would have still come out at about just over 3,000 Rand. So they're very expensive. They're close on like 500 Rand a piece. So
Yeah, they got
with labor and
platinum
everything.
and gold, and then
No, they're actually platinum. Jokes aside, they're platinum tipped or zirconium.
Yeah.
So they're expensive and they last 100,000 kilometers. That is not unusual for a lot of cars. You can buy them that sort of cost. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. What do you guys think about the Koleos? Because I'm rambling on here. Let's start with you, Obi. Is it worthwhile selling or keeping?
My thing is, Lynn is retiring. So how long is she going to keep this new car that she gets? I mean, for me, if Lynn is experiencing problems already, or not problems, but a cost of ownership that's high like this, I would rather have her get something smaller and that she can keep for however long she wants.
Yeah.
Like a Toyota or when I say-
Suzuki.
a Suzuki.
Or something that's got
Yeah.
proven reliability.
So for me, trade it in now while you still can, while it's still got some sort of value, and get yourself a known brand, a cheaper sort of brand.
It's a-
you know what I love though? Lynn says it's in showroom condition.
Yeah.
maybe it is.
but
Maybe it's
Yeah.
maybe it's spotless.
I'm going to completely disagree with you, Obi. I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
12 years, 110,000 kilometers. He's just retired. He's probably going to do even less. So he's done, what, 9,000 Ks a year?
Because you're speaking from experience.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Exactly right.
You don't drive around and visit
No,
places
never.
and all.
No, I don't, never. I mean, what mileage do I do in a
Yeah.
month, So, if anything, if he had to keep it for another 12 years, he's going to do a lot less than 110,000 kilometers.
Let's say he does another 200,000.
So another set of spark plugs in another 12 years' time.
You can save
if
up.
that's the
You can
spark.
start saving up.
Because what's that car worth?
Nothing.
That Koleos. What would he get from you as a
I
trade-in?
think what you're making there is I'm going to jump in here, is a
Yeah.
great point. He needs to find out what you're going to get offered for it.
Yeah.
I know with Koleos there are a problem for parts.
Yeah.
Because whenever I get them in my workshop, you can get them, but it's, they've got to come from France. They've got to order this, they've got to order that. That's mainly on body parts and unusual parts. But I think what you've got to do is you've got to do a bit of homework here and look and see, what do I get for this car? Do I get a slap in the face or do I get a decent value? If you get a decent value on a trade-in, then maybe it's worthwhile going with like Obi's suggestion of buying something that is a lot more fuel efficient, you can get parts for, and that is going to be cheaper in the long term to run. But if you're going to get offered absolutely nothing for it, then I'm going to go with Alan's suggestion and say, keep the vehicle, because if it's insurance conditions, and listen extra, basically. So your car should last another 100,000 Ks without, if you do proper maintenance and look after it. Should last that. It's just that you may have, like if you have an accident or something like that, then it takes time to have these things repaired. But you've got to weigh up the pros and cons of it. Is it worthwhile to buy a new car and spend the money? Because if you're going to buy something else, you need to spend at least nowadays something decent, 250,000 Rand plus. Maybe you only get 50,000 Rand for the car. Is it worth your while to spend 200,000 Rand on another car and you're retired? Or keep that in a slush fund and just keep the car fixed?
Adam, if they're going to keep it, then at the very least, get an extended warranty.
Well, that's another good option.
Yeah.
You can buy yourself one of those aftermarket warranties in case something major goes wrong with it. Okay.
Poor Lynn. All this bad advice. And finally, Ayanda owns a 2022 Mazda CX-5 Active with 44,500 kilometers and plans to keep it for 6 more years. With the manufacturer's warranty and service plan ending soon, he's unsure whether to buy an extended warranty. He's also deciding between servicing at Mazda or a trusted RMI-approved workshop to maintain reliability. Alan?
Okay. Look, the mileage is still low, although now the warranty service plan are expiring. And interestingly, he obviously got one of the 3-year, whereas Mazda now up to 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just quickly jump in there. This is quite interesting.
Yeah.
The new Mazdas you buy now, 5-year, unlimited mileage, service and warranty. I mean,
Best kept secret in the industry, you know.
yeah, typical Mazda. Hello, we'll put it somewhere on social media. Here, somebody noticed it. It's most probably one of the best warranties on the cars,
Yeah.
and that's, you know, kudos to Mazda for standing behind their product and saying, this is what we're doing. You want to buy this Mazda? Okay, there's a new Mazda 1 CX-5 coming out next year, so they're trying to sell stock now. But still, damn, you got a rep, or you drive a lot of mileage. You buy yourself a Mazda now.
Yeah.
5 years, you're not paying
Unlimited
anything.
mileage.
Unlimited. If it
that
breaks,
means you can do
fix
10
it.
services a year.
And you can even
if
upgrade it
so
to a full
desires.
maintenance plan for that, you know that.
Yeah.
Extra payment, but you can do it, right?
You can.
Okay, let's get back to the main question.
Okay, you know, you mentioned earlier, Segi, peace of mind. It's that worry that you have and what value you put on your own
I'm scared to
peace of
give
mind.
anybody a piece of my mind. I got so little bit left.
You said it. So from that point of view, maybe it's a good idea to get this extended warranty, but you've got to research them. I mean, there are lots out there. Obi, I'm sure you guys offer
Yes.
Can you
a lot of
extend that?
options.
Let's say his warranty is expired now. Let's say it's 3 years old, and that, can he extend it?
You can extend it. It has to, though, still be within the manufacturer's warranty
Before you can add
before
on.
you can top it up.
Because it's a 2022, so
Yeah.
did he buy it January or did he buy it in December?
He says it expires in September.
Well, there you go.
Exactly. Go get it now.
So you need to do it now.
Yeah.
With the question of servicing at a Mazda service department or an RMI approved, it goes without saying. I mean, I think you should go to a Mazda service workshop where the vehicle is from, and they know exactly what to do. I'm not saying RMI approved dealers don't, but you know, with regards to approvals, keeping the service history on our systems, it just works.
It's an option, but you know, if you're going to, I would certainly approach the Mazda dealer you bought the vehicle from and look, like Obi says, at extending it, because it may not be expensive. I would go, like, if you want a cost saving, I would say you want to go to a good RMI approved workshop, because I mean, obviously Obi works for Mazda, he wants they come to him, and I have my own workshop. I would say go aftermarket, because I know you can, because the cost of parts is a lot cheaper aftermarket than it is with Mazda. But I mean, if you wanted to go to a Mazda dealer, Obi's correct in terms of what you're saying in terms of getting a good service plan. But look at it in terms of extending it, because you may find that they say to you, okay, it's 25,000 Rand, I'm just using that number, just a guess, for extending it for another 2-3 years. It may be worth your while to do that. Those are the options you've got to make. And of course, just like that, we've come to the end of another episode. Alan, Obi, once again, thank you so much for joining us here today. It was great having you with us. Thanks for all your great advice. Thanks a lot. Remember, if you'd like the panel's advice, you can send us an email to buyersguide@ignitiontv.co.za, or you can pop us a DM on Instagram @ignitiontv. And please give us as much information as possible, including a picture of yourself.
Until next time, remember to keep left, pass right, and please Keep it safe on the road.